the guys there saw me as a home invader and broke a chair over my head. And I looked at him calmly, that the fuse is burning down, that an explosion is about to happen, and there's nothing that's going to change it. And we talked, calmly. And then when we got close to the place where he was, she ran, she darted, and she took a shortcut, because she knew the area, because she'd been hanging out with these fucking people and fucking him. So she took a shortcut, and she got there split seconds before I did, and warned that I was coming. And I walked in there like fucking Jason Voorhees. 2 water guns, 2 super soaker guns with hot water, and we went outside in the snow, and we ran around shooting each other with water pistols. We were on the little deck that was attached to the trailer, and we ran around in the backyard with the shed where your pool was in the summertime.
I was imagining.
And when you got cold, you'd say, "Squirt me, Daddy." Now, I wanted my daughter to live a sheltered life. I wanted my daughter to live with me and to be sheltered and naive and happy and protected from the scary world. And then I wanted to hand her over to a husband who would cherish her.
It's real
I
one.
wanted my daughter to be a doormat. I wanted my...
That is such a crazy fucking sentence, dude. Oh my god, that's so bad, man. Oh my god.
That's
bad person.
That's what it means to be a good person. That's what you have to do to win my respect.
That's what
I have to do
good person.
to respect myself. I don't care about Canadians, and I don't believe in gender equality. I feel so strongly about it. I feel so strongly about it that I gave away everything I own and tried to flee the country of my birth. Because I don't believe in gender equality. I believe in family.
Yeah, bro, we're almost there, bro. We're almost. Well, it feels like we're all.
getting close.
Oh yeah, we're almost
We're
there.
close. We're close.
Yeah, if he doesn't throw us any more large ones, we're good. Education, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Yeah.
I don't like educated women.
Okay, dude.
You know, that's not even a secret.
Yeah, it's not. You've said that plenty of times by now.
I don't like them. Like, I actively dislike educated women. They find me attractive, go on dates with me, we start talking to each other, and I don't want to fuck them.
And then I realized they're fucking educated. Dude, no grown woman you meet is going to not be educated, you dumb fuck.
I don't like them. I don't like educated women.
Like, he's talking as if there was a time where women were educated or something. Like, Ian, you never existed in a time where women weren't educated. What the fuck is he talking about? Like, what?
His mom was an educated woman. She was a nurse, for fuck's sake.
Quite literally. Like, what the fuck? What? Bro is a bowl of contradictions.
He's an enigma wrapped in a nigga. Yeah, I'm almost on the no beard arc for Ian.
Yeah, finally, bro.
Oh my god, it's kind of horrifying. No beard.
I think this guy is so used to seeing his face.
Was it a...
You just like tack though, I mean.
Classic, bro. I still have it on the PS2.
Actually,
I had that game too.
Yeah, you have a attack game is hella funny.
I live in Toronto, not Halifax.
Anymore.
I don't have any
Why?
friends. I don't have any friends.
None at all. I
Maybe
wonder
like
why. Yeah, what happened to your Arma 3 buddy? Your Arma buddy.
Everybody hates Justin Trudeau now. Everybody hates Justin Trudeau.
We're back here, he's looping.
Yeah, somehow we went from I don't have any friends to everyone hates Justin Trudeau. Okay, why does everyone hate Justin Trudeau?
But the reason they hate Justin Trudeau is because he disappointed them. I voted for Stephen Harper.
Okay.
I don't have any friends. I live in Toronto. I don't have any friends. And I can't be friends with these fucking people. I'm a conservative. I can't be friends with these fucking people.
He admits
I
it,
can't date
bro.
these women. I'm a conservative. I voted for fucking Stephen Harper. I tried to leave the country and move to a Catholic country so that I could have a fucking wife and children. I can't be friends with these fucking people.
You can have that in Toronto. If anything, that's like the epicenter of like a lot of Catholic people.
Yeah, like if you can't find it in Canada, you are cooked, buddy. Go to Mexico, I guess. That's a fucking
There's a lot of
Catholic
Catholics
country.
there.
I love how he just like, I don't have any friends. Everyone adjusted for Justin Trudeau. I can't be friends with these people. I'm conservative. Like I actually
I can't put these names.
I didn't think he had a point until he said he was a conservative. The bad guy. See, I wanted to get through these a lot faster, but since this is called the bad guy, like it actually must be really good.
This might be his pin instead of the police car moment.
My last girlfriend in Halifax before I gave away all my worldly possessions and left, hoping to leave the country. She was
Was that
a
Sarah?
feisty, tiny,
Yeah.
petite little woman.
Dude, I love piecing the. I just love piecing the lore together. I just love piecing the lore together. Like the fact that we exactly know what he's talking about whenever he posts a video. Like we're in depth. We're lore masters on Ian at this point. Like legitimately.
The Ian Foote lore masters, bro. Holy shit.
Like 5'2", 100 pounds. I really liked her. She was fun. She was like super high energy. First date that we were on, we were supposed to meet for coffee, and I left work, and I drove over to pick her up, and I was like, "Hey, have you eaten yet? I'm really hungry." "No, I haven't eaten." "Cool, let's skip the coffee. I want to take you out for dinner. I haven't eaten." And I took her out for Thai food, and we had a couple of drinks. I didn't drink enough that I was unsafe to drive. Went back to her place. Ended up spending the weekend together. Dated for like a month. She told me that she has a temper, and she says things that she doesn't mean, and people think that she hates them, but she doesn't hate them. That she just loses her temper, and she loses a lot of relationships that way. And so I understood this about her. And after dating her for a month, she broke up with me. And she had her ex-boyfriend living on her sofa. It was really sad. She was like hung up on her ex-boyfriend.
Wait, is he talking about a girl that he met after he moved out of Halifax?
I think so. I think he said it was someone that he met. It was like before. I think it was either after his second wife or before his wife.
Because I know
Something like that.
Sarah is post 3 wives because she was the last one he gave. You know, he gave all of his worldly possessions to. I don't think he married her.
Oh, yeah,
That was his girlfriend.
during the court case, right?
No, I don't think so. Dang. I honestly don't remember.
Who treated her like shit. And he was living on her sofa. And she was trying to please him and get him to date
I don't know why I'm
back to her place. Ended up spending the weekend together to drive. We only had a couple of drinks. I want to take you out for dinner. Yet I'm really hungry. Ron, we're supposed to. She was like super high energy. She was a feisty, tiny, petite little woman. Like 5'2".
Oh yeah, so he's talking about Sarah.
100 pounds. I really liked her. She was fun. She was like super high energy. First date that we were on, we're supposed to meet for coffee. And I left work and I drove over to pick her up. And I was like, hey, have you eaten yet? I'm really hungry. No, I haven't eaten. Cool, let's skip the coffee. I want to take you out for dinner. I haven't eaten. And I took her out for Thai food and we had a couple of drinks. I didn't drink enough that I was unsafe to drive. Went back to her place. Ended up spending the weekend together. Dated for like a month. She told me that she has a temper. And she says things that she doesn't mean. And people think that she hates them. But she doesn't hate them. That she just loses her temper. And she loses a lot of relationships that way. And so I understood this about her. And after dating her for a month, she broke up with me. And she had her ex-boyfriend living on her sofa. It was really sad. She was like hung up on her ex-boyfriend who treated her like shit. And he was living on her sofa. And she was trying to please him and get him to date her again. And he was dating other women while crashing on her sofa. And she was out. She dumped me and she was looking for other men on the internet to try to make him jealous. And it was a really sad, pathetic thing.
Yeah, because you couldn't make him jealous enough.
And I really liked having sex with her. I liked her energy. I liked her attitude. I liked her, but
she broke up with you.
Anyways.
See, that more omitted details. She broke up with you so she could fuck other people and make him jealous. Why didn't fucking you make him jealous? I'm so confused.
I went over to see her.
Maybe I think he's trying to say that like she was basically trying to get with multiple guys, get him jealous, but her ex-boyfriend just kind of didn't give a shit.
Right.
So she would just break up with whoever she was with at the time, then go to the next guy until like the ex-boyfriend I guess notices her.
So he was just
in that
one
way.
of these niggas. He was just one of these.
Yeah,
niggas.
he was just one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I saw, after she broke up with me, I saw that she was online looking at other men's profiles. Because I'm like, well, I guess she broke up with me. I'll see if I can find someone else to go on a date with and try to, like,
that sounds about right.
Forget her and move on, stay in the fucking game. And I saw her on there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You just finished telling me that you're, like, breaking up with me and getting back with your ex or something, and now you're on here looking for new men? Like, what the fuck? Can't you just be honest with me? You're not gonna fucking lie to me. And she was like going on and on about stalker this and to leave her alone and all this sort of stuff.
But like, how did you find it? No, how did he even find her looking for other guys online?
I assume she made a new dating profile. He may have come across it. More of that fucking.
I don't know.
So many people in Halifax, and yet, and yet somehow I still run into the same people. Shit. But he's talking about Sarah, wasn't?
Yeah.
Wasn't Sarah the one?
And he's talking about a girl. It has to be a girl before or after. He broke up with her. This one.
Yeah, he's talking about Sarah.
Like
he never made a distinction. He was talking about someone else. But then again, that is a pattern with Ian.
My last girlfriend in Halifax before I gave away all my worldly possessions. My last girlfriend in Halifax before I gave away all my worldly possessions. My last girlfriend in Halifax before I gave away all my worldly possessions.
Yeah, so this could be Sarah, or maybe it's like Sarah Redux.
Sarah
He's like
Redux.
redoing. Yeah, what was that fucking Evangelion movie called? No, fucking was it Evon something?
Neon Evangelion.
It's just a
Genesis. Genesis. Yes.
Sarah Genesis.
Sarah Genesis, bro. He's trying to rewrite history, even though he forgot he posted a video explaining it. But yeah, so far, no, he's made it clear that he's talking.
He caught me because I'm fucking confused.
Yeah, I am too.
Anyway, I don't know if I'm expressing how it went down really very well, but
Yeah, every time he starts saying something like, oh, she started calling me a stalker, this, that. Anyway, and he just skips past it. Like, bro, what the fuck were you doing that you're not
Because these
saying?
are the things that if we got this deep into the lore, that we don't know. He thinks that we think that he's an okay guy, that he would never do that.
Yeah, Ian Foote.
You know, that'd be
Projects.
like if Mr. Rogers was like, they call
Yeah.
me mean. It's like, well, Mr. Rogers, you're not mean. Okay, right.
Come on, Mr. Foote. We love you, Mr. Foote.
what it really boiled down to was that I thought that the best thing to do would be to give her a week or two to cool off, let her fucking calm down, and then I'll go over and see her. I won't call her on the phone or send her an email because that's just weak. That's just cowardly. I'll walk over there and I'll knock on her door and I'll look her in the eyes and I'll talk to her.
Yeah, you'll force her into a position that'll make it even more harder for her to get out of. Yeah, right, Ian. Good guy, Ian.
And see if maybe after she had a chance to calm down, she felt remorse and for losing her temper and she wanted to see me again. And I get there, and she opens the door, and there's another man sitting on her sofa. And I'm like, okay, whatever it was that I was going to say, there's no reason to say it. There's no reason to make any speeches. There's no reason to have any conversation or dialogue. She's got another man in her apartment on the sofa. And I was just like, I came over to talk to you, but I see you got company, and have a nice day. Whatever. I love you.
I hope that's all you said, because that would be the mature way to do it. But I don't, I don't really believe Ian when he says he did the mature thing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this could have been one of the times where he just had to concede.
Yeah, I didn't want to crash
Like,
out.
he had to do the mature thing. Yeah, because he didn't want that guy in there to kick his ass.
Yeah.
You know, that nigga only screams at women and shit.
Right. He only.
Yeah, unless he's screaming at like some guy saying that his dick fell out of his pocket from across the street, you know.
And a little while later, the cops showed up at my fucking work.
He's lying. He's full of shit.
Yeah, he keeps on not saying things. Like, she didn't simply call this. Well, actually, as far as that interaction goes, maybe that's as simple as it was. But whatever was making her call you a stalker and shit before that, like, I think that's the shit that's like probably making people go, you're fucking crazy.
And the receptionist
I think he was lying about her saying that she wanted to talk to him. I think he went to her house unannounced. And that's why there was a man there.
Oh, he didn't say she wanted to talk.
He was like, "Oh." He just said something like that. Did he not?
No, you said he wanted to talk to her.
He was like, she apologized.
No, he said in case she wanted to.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he's a buffoon. He literally went and just got himself hurt. I don't like. He's talking about, oh yeah, like I wasn't gonna give her an email, wasn't gonna text her, wasn't gonna call her. That's cowardly. I wanted to go put her in a position that's harder for her to get out of because of how fucking awkward it is. That's pretty much what he went to go do.
You're here to talk to me. And I'm like, okay. I walk over and I see the two police officers and I'm like, can we go outside for a cigarette? I'll talk to you, but I don't want to talk to you in front of them in my workplace. And they're like, that's fine. So we go outside and I light a smoke. I'm like, so what is this about? Why are you guys here? And they said, I think you know why we're here. And I said, I don't know why you're here. Is this something to do with my baby mama? Is it my ex? I don't know. Why are you here? Don't play games with me. Why are you here? And they're like, oh, he really doesn't know why we're here. Because you went to see this woman named Michelle, and she doesn't want to see you.
Okay, so yeah, he merged the story with Sarah, and he never made a distinction that he was talking about a different person. And he's talking about a girl named Michelle, or Rochelle, whatever the fuck. So Rochelle felt like she was being stalked, and it's funny because this is not the first time someone has accused you of being some weirdo stalker. And he's even said himself with that Vietnamese chick who thought he was a quote unquote player, I didn't want to have to stalk. I don't have to do all this. So like, it's, yeah, I think she knew you're being like when he says stalk. I don't think he means like stalk on the internet. I think that nigga is being like weird in like real life. Like he's probably like actually like stalking her and like watching her from like afar on some weird nigga shit. Because if you're simply stalking a motherfucker online, then and the thing is, if the interaction is as simple as, oh, I see you have company, I'm gonna like have a nice day, then she probably wouldn't call the cops on you. But if she already feels like threatened and she's like, yo, like you're a stalker and all this that anyway, right, Ian? Then maybe that nigga actually was exuding some legitimate stalker behavior, not just this high school, oh, let me check your fucking account shit. Like I think this nigga was low-key being weird as fuck, like actually doing some weird nigga shit. Like if he always has the same stories that everyone around a certain workplace or people around this person are telling them, and then this person on their own is able to figure out like, yo, you're a weirdo, you're being weird, and then you show up to her house because you want to fucking call her. Even if you called her, she'd probably tell you to fuck off. So I don't know. She probably felt like scared as fuck just seeing you at the door, or some shit. I don't really know. Especially if like
what is fucking weird and shit.
Yeah, especially if like he never went to her house. You know, especially if like that's the first time he's ever been there. Yeah, I can see why she would call the fucking cops, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I understand. I explained the circumstances. I told the cops everything. I was honest with them. She told me that she loses her temper, and I thought, knowing this about her, I'd give her some time to cool down and go and talk to her like a man. And she had another man there, and that's it. So like, okay, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not a bad guy. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything immoral. You're not a scumbag. You're not a stalker. You're not a creep. You're not a piece of shit. But she talked to us, and we're telling you.
Here's the thing, though, Arya. Probably did say that, but they were manipulating him into being more easy, more forthcoming with information. It is a lot of like interrogations. Like,
yeah, I agree. I just think that he didn't. I just feel like that was a long list, you know.
They probably didn't like drop a fucking long ass. Yeah. And I just figure you're probably a good husband. You probably never did anything bad to your daughter, like Spooner.
Your daughter.
No.
You're not a groomer. You're not a stalker. You're not.
You probably love graffiti.
You probably love graffiti. Is how funny. You probably love compartmentalization. We get it.
You're not allowed to call her on the telephone. You're not allowed to visit her. You're not allowed to walk up and talk to her. If she walks up to talk to you, you're not allowed to talk to her. If she calls you, talk to us, and we're telling you not to talk to her anymore. You're not allowed to call her on the telephone. You're not allowed to visit her. You're not allowed to walk up and talk to her. If she walks up to talk to you, you're not allowed to talk to her. If she calls you on the telephone, you're obligated to hang up. That's the reality of your situation because she talked to us. And I was like, okay, well...
Wait, what? Well, can't you just get
rid of her? You got a restraining order, bro.
Yeah, but like... I thought restraining orders was like void if you just fucking void them yourself.
Maybe in America. I don't know how it works in Canada.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, I mean... Yeah, that's funny as shit. She got a restraining order against this nigga. It's like
I imagine like cops on like the two moose from Brother Bear.
I haven't seen Brother Bear.
Oh, you probably shouldn't talk to her again, eh?
Hey, boo boo. Maybe don't talk to her.
No, Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo. How about you stay away from that woman?
They got a restraining order against you, boo boo. You're
like
not a bad guy, boo boo. We know you're not a stalker, boo boo. You don't groom, boo boo.
Ranger Rick said you're a good person.
Here, have a sandwich.
Actually, no, I'll keep the sandwich. But
yeah, that nigga Yogi is not sharing that goddamn sandwich. right. But yeah, like the amount of details this nigga is like left out, and then next thing you know, he has a restraining order. Like, dude, this doesn't happen. This doesn't just happen. Like, people don't just become scared of you. Like, you have to do something. You probably love bombed her hella. Probably did a hella weird shit, sent her hella messages. Probably just did hella shit that he's not fucking saying.
Situation because she
My
talked to
move
us.
right there. Love bombing.
And I was like, okay.
Love bombing is probably like the most, like the easiest thing I think he probably did, because I feel like a lot of people can relate to love bombing. It's kind of just something that happens.
Reality of your situation because she talked to us.
If you haven't done it yourself, then it's at least happened to you. It's one of the.
And I was like, okay, well, I understand what you're saying, but what happens if, like, a few months from now, she gets a hold of me and she wants to get back together because she had to change her heart or whatever? I'm like, she's really fucking sexy.
Mainly because, you know, I'm going on a tangent.
I understand what you're saying. What happens if, like, a few months from now, she gets a hold of me and she wants to get back together because she had to change her heart or whatever? I'm like, she's really fucking sexy. You know, I really liked her. And, you know, what about that? And the cop said, look, this happens a lot. I see this all the time. Guys meet these women and they're nuts, and they call us because they get angry or emotional or afraid or outraged or offended or whatever, and they call us and we get involved, and I have conversation with a guy like you and I tell them this, and then a few months later she changed her mind for whatever reason, and she contacts the guy and they're all happy and they're all lovey-dovey, and then a couple months later she gets angry at him again, only now he's already been warned, and they call us, and the next thing you know, the guy's locked up. And it's not because he was a piece of shit, it's because he didn't fucking listen to us. So, I'm telling you now, when a woman calls the cops and we get involved, it's either one of two things. Either you're a piece of shit, and you really are a piece of shit who deserves to have the cops called on you, and she needs protection from you, or she's a piece of shit, that you're a good guy, living a decent life, trying to be honorable, trying to treat her right, and she's a crazy piece of shit who thinks that fucking calling the cops every time she gets upset is some kind of fucking game. So either you're a piece of shit, or she's a piece of shit, but you need to stay away from her. And that's how it is. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm a reasonable man. I didn't abuse her or mistreat her or harass her or stalk her.
Those last two, I have on the contrary, bro. I have to say au contraire.
Or any of that stuff. I'm a reasonable guy.
I do not.
I liked the woman. I tried to have a
with this one
relationship with her, and that's it. So, of course, predictably enough, a few months later, I give away all my worldly possessions. I bid farewell to Halifax. My plan is to hitchhike across the country, scratch that off my bucket list. I'll dip my toe in the Atlantic Ocean. I'll hitchhike to Vancouver. I'll dip my toe in the Pacific Ocean. Then I'll head south to California. I'll find myself an IT contract, and then I'll go to Brazil, where I can be getting paid in US dollars and be living like a king in Brazil, and find myself a nice Catholic woman to be my wife, buy some land, be the richest man in town, and have a bunch of kids.
Dude, that is a legitimate plan that you could do, and I wonder why he's not gonna fucking do it. That's an actual legitimate plan that he could probably do, because he has IT experience. I mean, he's an old man, so I'm sure you could figure out something in California. There's no reason that you wouldn't be making a good enough money to go to Brazil, and you could do plenty of things online to be making money. I mean, if you're a software developer, you're going to be making plenty of money online. You could definitely make US dollars and be living like a king in Brazil. So why exactly are we sitting here and ranting at the fucking camera? Interesting.
That was
probably waiting for $80,000 next year.
My plan.
So we don't have to, be homeless. And then we'll hitchhike.
And I'm hitchhiking across Canada, and it was 2:00 in the morning, and I'm in.
Okay, now he's okay. He said he planned to. Okay, so this is a plan that he had and he acted, and somehow he failed. Yeah, how did you fail this plan?
Between Montreal and Ottawa, headed west. I'm by the side of the road with my backpack, and my cell phone rings. And it's her. She misses me. She's sorry. I was a really good guy. She's used to guys treating her like shit. She's used to guys like her ex-boyfriend. She doesn't know how to handle good guys. She doesn't know how to handle nice guys.
Well, this does just confirm that you're attracted to toxic women in general.
She's really sorry. She'd like to see me again. She just didn't know how to be with a good guy. She didn't know how to handle a
You
guy.
hung up the phone, right? Because the cops told you to stop.
And I'm like, listen, you had your chance. I really liked you, but you blew it. I'm not even technically even legally allowed to talk to you. Legally, the fact that I didn't hang up on you, the fact that I'm talking to you, means that I'm a criminal. But you're in Nova Scotia. I'm already a couple provinces away, and I'm headed west, and I'm never coming back east, and I'm planning on leaving the country. So fuck it. I'm lonely. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's dark. I'm by the side of the highway by myself. I'll talk to you. And I talked to her for hours. And the whole conversation was criminal. Because she, even though she called me and expressed all these things to me, it didn't change the fact that I'm a criminal because I talked to her. And that's just the realities of life in Canada. I hate my country.
Bro.
I don't want to live.
Okay, nigga, you're hyping the word criminal up, and I like you spoke to a bitch who had a restraining order against you. You didn't fucking rob a bank, nigga. Like, let's calm down. You're not that guy. I'm a criminal. I feel like there's a
fucking violent. I'm a fiend.
Like, there's got to be a SpongeBob episode about this shit or something, dude. Some cartoon.
SpongeBob gets a restraining order from Sandy.
That would be a bit nutty.
A bit nutty.
Live here. They're always fucking talking about calling the cops on me over stupid shit, calling the cops on me all the fucking time. Everybody fucking lies to me. Everybody's fucking manipulating me. I try to fucking be a decent guy and have a healthy relationship with a decent woman. Buy some land, build a house, have some cars in the driveway, cats and dogs and kids.
Bro, can you just do all those other things before you look for a woman? Because you keep on saying, I try to do this, and then woman, and then, like, all these other things. It's like, nigga, why don't all these other things exist? You don't need a woman to have those things. Like, you don't need a woman to get them at all.
If anything, it's probably easier to get those things without a woman.
100%. Because, like,
and then devote
bro just
myself
has his
to
priorities
being a productive member of society, not picking fights and getting involved in politics, but just building technology, organizing people, creating more wealth, creating value. And when I'm not doing that, just chill out with my wife and my kids and hang out with some friends and enjoy my life, drink beer and play my harmonica. I hate my country. I hate this country. I'm always the fucking bad guy.
Dude, this nigga would hate. You would hate America, bro. You would hate it. Like, if you
probably would, yeah.
Like, talk about Canada this way, I know it's damn near the same, but in regards to, like, the shit that he mentions, like, dude, it's in America's, it's tenfold. Like, there's, like, way less people in Canada, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, dude, a lot. He would hate America.
Always the guy that has the cops called on him.
Think about it like this. The restraining order that he pretty much is avoiding by being in a different province, he can be in a different state and call her and avoid that shit. But, like, find that nigga.
They don't give a fuck. They're not gonna look this nigga down for talking, not hanging up on her. They're not going to, dude. Yeah, cops. I mean, unless they, wherever the fuck this. Well, he said he's 2 provinces away.
Well, consider this. Well, imagine if he was in America and he had all these fucking already criminal records and shit for, like, assuming assault. To be honest, and other shit.
True.
They probably would go after him for calling her.
Well, she called him. So she'd
She'd
have to snitch though. She'd have to essentially have that phone call with the purpose of, spiting him, which would be kind of wild, like a month later. But
Well, he opened the window for prosecution because he said, "Me calling you right now, I'm basically a criminal." So there you go.
yeah, he did say that.
That would be all, Your Honor.
He does
They're like, yeah, that
acknowledge
nigga
it.
did cook himself.
Yeah. And they did tell him, even if she calls you, talking to her. So he did acknowledge it, but yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine them. Maybe they'll like put a warrant out for him, but I can't imagine like they'll go out of their way to come get this nigga when he's like not even in the same area. Like I can't just.
Yeah, they probably
I
want to go
just
look
can't
for him, but
imagine.
if he came back to that province, they probably would be like, "Hey, bro, I'm like."
Maybe. I mean, we're talking about the cops here. They like to pick and choose shit they care about. So.
Yeah, true. It's probably not brown enough for them to go fuck.
Yeah, maybe not, but I don't know. I feel like a restraining order, there probably wouldn't do much. My mom's had a restraining order against someone. That did not stop much. If someone wants to come and break your windows repeatedly, annually, they will do it. And a restraining order ain't gonna do shit. So.
Fuck this shit. Fuck your fucking country. Fuck your fucking democracy. Fuck your laws. Fuck your rules. Fuck feminism. Fuck equality. Fuck the fags. Fuck the fucking lesbians. Fuck the trannies. Fuck the liberals. Fuck
Dude.
all of you. Fuck all of you. You want to know why I let myself go to shit? You want to know why I look like
Like
shit?
me on a Saturday night.
Because what the fuck's the point? What's the fucking point? Clean my
It
room,
reminds me
clean
of the
myself
merchant
up, going to
from
the
Red
gym.
Dead.
Yeah.
Morgan, bro.
I'm not a
Remind that man of the merchant. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not prejudiced. I'm a racist or something like that.
Yeah.
True.
I hate
You gotta
Jews
make that distinction,
and
bro.
blacks.
You gotta make that distinction.
For what?
And,
For what? Why I look like shit? Because what the fuck's the point? What's the fucking point? Clean my room and clean myself up and going to the gym. For what? For what? Why the fuck would I bother to do that?
Because you
Why?
can care about
Why
yourself. It's about self-care, bro.
He doesn't care about himself.
He can start.
You don't want to. I think Star was Homelander before he's Homelander. Because he played on what's gender equality. You guys want to know what I think about gender equality? Is all these trannies, all these gays. They all think they can be independent. I want to beat the shit out of my mom. I want to beat the shit out of women.
I've had so many people try to manipulate me to get me to say that I believe in gender equality. When the truth is that I used to be a very successful man. I had a home, 4-bedroom home, filled with stuff. I had beautiful furniture, I had musical instruments, I had art supplies, I had grow lights, I had vegetables growing in my home, I had a 3D printer, I had tools, dozens of computers, my daughter's room with all of her furniture and her toys and her stuffies and her books. I was a very successful man. And I gave away everything I owned. I gave away everything I owned. And I intended to leave the country where I was born and never come back. And the reason that I gave away everything I owned and was going to leave the country and go to another country is because I don't want to live in a country that believes in gender equality. I want to leave the country because you believe in gender equality, and I don't want to live here. I don't want to have family here. I don't want to have friends here. I don't want to marry here. I don't want to have kids here. I don't want to live here. Because you believe in gender equality, and that's why I gave away all my worldly possessions and tried to flee the country. Do I believe in gender equality? No, I do not.
It's because of gender equality.
I
dude.
am a fundamental.
I love that sentence, dude.
And that's why I gave away all my worldly possessions and tried to flee the country. You believe friends here. I don't want to marry here. I don't want to have
Tried to
kids
flee
here.
the
I don't
country.
want.
Like, when being able to work at fucking Walmart's gonna make him fucking, lose all his shit.
He said, "That's why I'm leaving the country, because I don't want to believe
gender equality. Because you believe in gender equality, and that's why I gave away all my worldly possessions and tried to flee the country.
Bro
Do I
really just
believe in
wants to
gender
go to
equality?
Islam.
No, I do not. I am
They
a
would
kill his ass in
fundamentalist.
Islam.
I believe in family values. I believe in loyalty. I believe in commitment. I believe
Well,
that
look-
the way to win at life is for a man and a woman to get married, to stay loyal, to have a healthy sex life, to fucking not be proud, not be arrogant, to not fight all the fucking time, to care about each other. Not just, I do nice things for you because I feel like it, but to actually care about each other. To have their honeymoon.
So that doesn't make any. I don't know why he has a differentiation there. That makes no fucking things. I don't want to do this because I feel like it. I do it because I care for you. Okay, Ian.
To have their fucking fun
Good,
with each other.
good news,
Not to
everyone.
go-
I'm a dipshit.
The two are somehow different in this man's mind, and I don't understand how.
and be independent and have
You
your
never
fun, and
know
then when
why.
you get tired of it, then you settle
Never.
down. No, you get married while you're young. You go and you have adventures on your honeymoon, and then you settle down, you have kids, and you raise your kids so that they can do the same, so that they can get married and be loyal and have a honeymoon and have their fun, and then settle down and have kids. And when you're old, you're there, your spouse is there. You were loyal to each other. For the last 50 fucking years, you've been loyal to each other. And your children are there. And your grandchildren are there. And maybe if you fucking lived a healthy life and you have good genetics, maybe you even have some great grandchildren there. And that's what it means to win at life. That's what it means to win at life. That's what it means to be a good person. That's what you have to do to win my respect.
That's what
I have to do to respect myself. I don't care about Canadians, and I don't believe in gender equality. I feel so strongly about it. I feel so strongly about it that I gave away everything I own and tried to flee the country of my birth. Because I don't believe in gender equality. I believe in family. And that's why I hate Canadians.
Wow. It's so profound, it's almost fucking retarded.
Oh my god.
I don't even understand what the fuck he's trying to say.
Like,
Like,
fled the
he
country
doesn't-
because
he doesn't-
you believe in gender equality. Because we
Oh,
believe in
me.
gender equality. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
Well,
want
if
to
that's the case, then I love gender equality.
I don't know where the fuck he's gonna go anyway. Because like he's talking about going to California, and it's like, you know, I'm sure Brazil has different politics, but I'm sure a lot of the women probably want to be independent there as well. Like where does he truly plan on going to find all these submissive women? And like, you're not gonna go to Israel, you're not gonna go to Africa, you're not gonna go to the Middle East, like to meet a woman who'd quote unquote be faithful. And even so, like, nigga, you finna start like you're gonna start practicing being Muslim? Fuck no, you're not. You're not religious. You wanna like, I was gonna say, I don't know. This dude is something else.
My father hated
I
me.
keep saying that, but no, his father hated me. You know, I don't think we've heard that one yet. Have we heard that yet?
Yeah, we did.
We have? Oh, okay.
No, mine. Yeah. I mean, he said it a couple times.
I don't
Keep in mind,
remember
everybody
saying
hated
his
him.
father. Yeah. Okay, his father hated him. Okay.
My father hated me.
Based.
My father attacked me with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, you said that.
My father belongs in prison.
Which
It was a
deadly weapon?
completely unprovoked attack. I went there to get my mail.
Pistol.
I tried to get my father to be honest with me. He was trying to hold his frame, trying to make sure that he wouldn't reveal any information to me that might help me in any way. And the stress caused him to snap. And he ran to his shed, and he picked up a shovel, and he fucking charged me. My father committed
Was that my
assault.
headphones, or did the audio just cut the fuck out?
I don't know. I kind of heard it, but
And he fucking charged me.
Okay, I think that
My
was
father
fucking
committed
headphones.
assault with a deadly weapon. Completely unprovoked attack. He was trying very hard to hold his frame during his interaction with me, to be completely poker faced and to reveal nothing to me that would help me in any way. And I leaned on him to get him to
It's
be
so good
armed.
to be vague
And he snapped.
at being
And he
vague.
ran to his shed and he picked up a shovel and he tried to attack me with it. My father, Mr. fucking good guy, Mr. fucking cop, assaulted his own fucking son with a deadly weapon.
I wonder what you said when you quote unquote leaned on him.
He expected me to fucking show some kind of fucking remorse for something or apologize to him or something. As far as I'm concerned, I'd be quite fucking happy to kill the man.
The
Jesus
second time he said this.
Christ.
The
Jesus
second time he said that he'd be
Christ.
okay with killing his father.
God damn, dude. He just wants to kill everyone around him. I'm waiting for him to say he wants to kill his infamous frame. Yeah, bro. Didn't the cops just visit you? Yes, I told him to fuck off and he left.
Yeah, see, your country has perks. We couldn't say that in America.
Nah. I can't tell cops to fuck off here.
Yeah, the cops are like, yeah, fuck off. They're like, we'll bust into your house and shoot you in your fucking face. How about that? You're like, oh, come in.
God damn, bro. We gotta be getting there. Cuck. The teaching, bro. We got some good ones coming up. Oh my god. How many we have? 3, 6, 9. What is that? 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. Oh wow.
Fuck. The nigga didn't upload videos like a madman. We're gonna get to it.
Honestly.
Oh, my prediction is he's gonna go to jail tonight. So we'll be able to catch him.
Dude, that would actually be like, that's actually such a predictable like development though. Like legitimately. I'm surprised I haven't fucking filled, bruh. I'm waiting for this shit to just tell me it's to like fucking clear
People
some
like to talk
space.
about clean slates and fresh starts, new beginnings. I don't believe in new beginnings. I don't believe in fresh starts.
Yes, you do? You're trying to run away from fucking
For
Canada.
anything.
Yeah,
Fucking lying piece of shit.
That does sound like a fresh start, doesn't it?
Yeah. That I got rid of all my
entire
worldly possessions to leave Canada because I was so adamant against gender equality.
Yeah.
I guess he's Muslim or something.
Whoever suggested this fresh start must have been a woman.
Best.
I've never forgiven anybody for anything in my entire life.
Probably should.
That is a character flaw. That is a
Yeah, it's
terrible,
not like something to be.
Yeah, that is terrible. That is a bad thing. That is not a good thing.
Yeah, at some point you just have to. You have to forgive.
Yeah. Or not, and be in.
Ever. I have never in my entire life, ever, once forgiven anybody for anything. I'm almost 50 years old, and I have never once in my entire life forgiven a single person for anything, ever.
Yeah, but now you're just sitting in your room.
I was
ranting at
generally
camera.
a pretty laid back guy. Pretty fucking laid back, chill guy. Accept the people for who they are. Didn't try to hold them to any sort of a special kind of a standard. They are what they are, they exist. And it's not my fucking job to go around persecuting them or fixing them. Maybe they're what I want them to be, maybe they're not. But I was just chill. I lived by my values. I tried to be an embodiment of my values. I didn't feel the need to show off to people. I didn't feel the need to have people see me. I didn't like attention. I was just a quiet, honest, humble man trying to lead a good life and be a decent person and reap the rewards of a humble, good, honest, hardworking, industrious, decent life.
That's it? Oh,
Deadpool.
okay. Expected there to be a bit more than that one.
Yeah, nah. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a single point and a whole bunch of yapping. Sometimes it's just a whole bunch of yapping. Sometimes it's several points merged into one.
I've said before about how I wanted a doormat for a wife.
Yeah, you did.
That had
He
no
actually did
busted-up
say that.
partner, that I wanted a doormat.
Yeah, you did
People
say that.
you have a daughter. How could you say something like that? And the answer
Sure.
is that I wanted my daughter to live a sheltered life. I wanted my daughter to live with me and to be sheltered and naive and happy and protected from the scary world. And then I wanted to hand her over to a husband who would cherish her.
Sharia
I
law.
wanted my daughter to be a doormat. I wanted my...
You, that is such a crazy fucking sentence, dude. Oh my god, that's so fucking bad, man. Oh my god.
That's
You're
fucked.
actually a bad person. You're just a bad person. You're just an evil dude. I didn't even mean to pause it for that reason, but the fact that that came out your mouth as I was reaching to hit my space bar is insane, dude. Oh my, I forgot what the fuck I was even gonna say. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Ian is not good. Ian is not a good dude at all. He's very bad. Ian is very bad. Oh wow. Yeah, hearing that is just rough, dude. Like if I were ever going to argue a euthanization idea for the human race, it wouldn't be because of the kids. It would be because people don't know how to raise kids. It's because there's no right way to do it anymore. It's just, man, if any nigga is supposed to take your hope away from humanity, leave it to Ian, dude. You're really bringing people into this world. You're saying things like, I want my daughter to be a doormat. Like, what the fuck? And then you're talking about, like, dude, how are you, like, what, are you gonna go seek out this husband yourself and say, here is my obese, non-showered, sheltered daughter who is naive and not educated? Like, who the fuck is going to want that?
Obese.
Like, I don't want an if someone came up to me,
Well, he doesn't like
fat.
fat chicks, and he usually snuggles with his daughter, as we know.
True,
I
bro.
understand how we
He's
still
fat, he
got
can
that
wrap
video
around.
yet. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, yeah, I wanna. Dude, that's so bad. Every time his daughter gets brought into it, dude, we're gonna get her age at some point. I think he might let her age slip, maybe. And like, what this custody battle was going on in 2009, so she maybe, there's a chance she might be our age, to be honest. He said he's almost 50. Yeah, she could be our age, quite frankly. But
Damn, is she bad?
yeah, like, right. No, but like, legitimately though, like, is she bad, Ian? Like, can I educate her? Is it okay if, like, I educate her?
My wife to be a doormat, and I wanted my daughter,
dude,
to marry a man who would cherish her.
Dude, you don't cherish a doormat. Who the fuck is cherishing a doormat?
A strong, independent woman.
Well, usually since Muslims usually pray on them, you probably would cherish it.
I guess. Yeah. He wants to. He likes Muslim ideology, but doesn't want to actually be Muslim himself. I can tell.
Independent woman. I'm ashamed of myself, and I'm ashamed of her. Because I didn't want her to be a strong, independent woman.
Why not?
He's just not a good person, dude. He wants control. He thinks women are made to be dominated and only control. Fucking me, Canyon.
Ooh.
Ew.
You know what the most unattractive quality that a woman can have is? The most unattractive quality that a woman can have.
You're the one that you have.
Pride. Pride.
Yeah.
That's
There's
insane.
nothing.
He just keeps
ugly.
going.
There's no uglier quality that a woman can have than pride.
That's insane.
The more I watch this, the more I feel like we're like actually witnessing the beginning of like he's gonna be a mass shooter.
I don't put it past him. He did say he wanted guns. I wish I had fucking guns. I wish I had lots of guns. I really hope this guy just stays in his little bubble. He actually seems like such a danger, dude. People call the cops on him more than once. Like, god damn, man.
I don't love my daughter at all anymore. I don't care about her.
Jesus Christ, man.
She's
That's probably a
passive
mercy.
aggressive and contemptuous. Contemptuous, passive aggressive.
I'm sure.
I genuinely do not even have the capacity to care about her.
Yeah, 5-minute video
Someone
about
left a comment
more
on
than
one of my
one, too.
videos here. You're selfish. You don't care about your daughter or what she wants. My daughter will not communicate. I don't even know what she looks like. How the fuck am I supposed to care about somebody when I don't know anything about them?
Is there your
Honestly,
daughter?
How am I supposed to care about somebody when you don't know anything about them? I would like to know you and spend time with you. I cared about you more than anything in the world. I devoted myself to you single-mindedly.
Bro, you considered her a possession that you're eventually going to pass off like a fucking heirloom. You're an actual piece of shit. Like, come on, dude.
For the first
Yeah,
12
that's what blows my fucking mind. It's like he wants to seem like he's in the wrong for feeling some type of way about him, but like we hear how he talks about her, and how could she not feel some type of way about you, bro?
Yeah, that's where it's like he needs to listen to a bit more of that Japanese music, dude, because like it's still not getting through to him. Otherwise, he would understand there's a very good reason why his daughter does not want to spend time around him. And like people literally, he's on YouTube, and now people are calling the cops on him, telling him to him directly, like, you suck, nigga. Like, and we're still gonna post more videos, like, like there's no issue. It's so fucking dystopian, man. That's what this is. It's like, imagine more people were like this. And I know there's a lot of people like this. I think my dad might have been a bit, maybe not on some patriarch shit, nothing like that, but like let's just say Trump supporting, maybe conservative, sunshades, baseball cap kind of guy. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's an unfair comparison, because Ian is honestly like a very far step past those guys. Like Ian's straight up just talking about murdering people, man.
Yeah, because the thing about Ian is like he believes in like real law and stuff. So, I mean, most of those guys who are like that conservatively are Christian. He's like beyond Christianity. He's like on some actual archaic, back to the Stone Age type shit.
Oh, bro. These principles aren't even religious for him, bro. They're literally just ideologies that he holds. Like, or I guess they're his principles, I mean. That shit's,
13 years of your life. And the only reason that I wasn't a full-time part of your life every day up until now is because your mother actively conspired to shut me out and erase me from your life. I fought tooth and
Why do you
nail
hate your daughter then, man?
to be there for you.
Yeah, he did say he hates his daughter, which is different from just I love my daughter. Or
I hate my daughter, or I don't care about her. Well, he says something worse than I hate her. I don't care about her. And he starts to
He
explain
said, I don't
why,
love
like,
her.
the situation and why he wasn't around and why she, just trying to explain to her, like, why he wasn't around. And then instead of him fucking doing that, let's just get on the internet and bitch and say she doesn't care about me. And bro, she clearly does. He doesn't explain anything to her.
Yeah, that's his pattern with everybody in his family, though, is to say, oh, you're not doing what I think you should be doing, then you don't give a fuck about me. You don't care about me. Like, that's literally like, how do you live with a person like this, dude? Like, having this guy as a dad, oh my fucking god. Oh my god, dude. You're horrible. You're just fucking horrible, man. He's just horrible, dude.
I used to read you a story every single night when you were with me. There was not a single night, not one, that I put you to bed and I didn't read you a story. I read you a story every single night without exception.
Aren't you grateful now?
I think the only time I can think of when I didn't read you a story was the night that we had water pistol fights in the snow. You're probably too young to remember. I filled the bathtub up with hot water. Water that was too hot. And I filled up 2 water guns. 2 super soaker guns with hot water. And we went outside in the snow and we ran around shooting each other with water pistols. We were on the little deck that was attached to the trailer. And we ran around in the backyard with the shed where your pool was in the summertime.
I was imagining.
And when you got cold, you'd say, "Squirt me, Daddy," because I'm shooting.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have told her to use a different adjective. Squirt me, Daddy's kind of crazy. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time you did that, right? Alright, we don't know that. We don't know. Squirt me, Daddy. It was such a great story he was telling, like such a wonderful world he was crafting with his daughter, and he just kills it with "Squirt me, Daddy." That nigga really just
I was truly painting an image of such a sweet such a sweet fucking
a
moment.
sweet Canadian moment.
A wholesome
just
moment,
fucked
dude.
And bro said, "Squirt me, Daddy." I mean, come on.
Alright, bro. I hope if I were to ask him what Bill Burr kind of comedy he is referring to, I hope he would at least point me this way. I wonder what he refers to as his early Bill Burr comedy style. I want to know what he thinks that is. Because right here, I felt so unintentional. Ian is such an unintentional, like he's funny unintentionally. I don't think he knows when he's being funny.
Yeah, I think when he tries to be funny, he's probably not funny at all. But like these moments right here, it's probably like the pure comedy,
True.
Pure in this laugh a minute type of shit we're looking for.
Squirt me, Daddy. Squirt me, Daddy. My daughter.
Blast you with the hot water, and you're
Not
like,
like I was spooning her.
And then we ran out of water in the guns, and you got cold, and your lip started to tremble a little bit. And I picked you up, and I took you inside, and I stripped you naked, and I dropped you into the tub, which the water was too hot when we went outside, but it was perfect now. And I gave you your bath toys, and I went into the kitchen, and I made you a cup of hot chocolate. And when I came in, I took you out of the bathtub, put you in your pajamas, and I gave you some hot chocolate, and you didn't want a story because you fell asleep instantly. Just like sucked all the energy out of you, and there was no story that night. You just went right to sleep. I think that's probably the only time that you were in my home that I didn't read you a story. And of course, there were times when you were having a sleepover with your cousin, and you didn't want me to read you a story. You wanted to play with your cousin. I loved you, and I cared about you, and I was good to you, and I was good to your mother.
Like, you
I was
still
as
love
good
her.
as she would allow me to be.
Right.
And I was as good as the law would allow me to be to you.
The
How
law.
dare you say that I didn't care about you? How dare you say I never loved you? How dare you?
Did she say that, or those are like all the things that like you said about her?
You say such things.
You still love her, yeah. Maybe she. I mean, you really said that you didn't love her, so I mean, what the fuck she gonna say? She's gonna be like, well, I guess I can't love you. And if she wanted to, you couldn't now, because you pretty much you made a choice. Because you didn't love her
Yeah,
anymore.
bro.
I mean,
As a father, you
sucks.
should not engage in that shit. You should say, okay, and I'm here for you no matter what, because that's your job as a father. You brought
Yeah.
that motherfucker into the planet, bro. So like, let's be real. Like,
He's such a
Louis,
fucking asshole, dude. He's actually just like a fucking dickhead.
yeah, not a good person. Actually,
Yeah,
just a really
I
bad person.
don't know if he like understands like what when he says shit. Like, it's almost like he doesn't even think about like the other people around him when he says shit. And why? Like, what else is she gonna say to you after that? I love her. I mean, she's like, well, fuck it. Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if she ever wanted to change her mind and you're just reciprocating the energy as her father, well then, yeah, don't expect things to change. That is just goofy behavior.
I paid for those sword fighting lessons. You remember
You
that?
seeing that again?
You wanted to learn to fight with a sword like in the fantasy books. And I told you that if you learn to play a violin and you learn to handle a bow with precision, that the ability, the dexterity that you picked up while learning to play the violin would prepare you to be good with the sword. And if you learned to play the violin and you did a good job and you took your lessons and you practiced and you played with me and Sharon and you showed me that you were disciplined, then I would pay for your fencing lessons. And I did. Your mother didn't pay for those. I paid for those. I never got to see you fight with a sword. I wanted to see you fight with a sword. I paid for you to learn to fight with a sword. I wanted to see you fight with a sword. I cared. How dare you fucking call me selfish? How dare you say I never loved you? How dare you say such things?
Bro, you expending your money is not the example you should use for love. Like,
Yeah, the example that he gave originally was perfect. That story, he could have
yeah,
stopped it there.
legit.
But he has to remind her that
Yeah, it's
he
out of
has to
spite.
remind her that he was, the money maker.
Yeah, bro, it was out of spite. It's because she's not. How dare you? You know, he's offended that she's not. You know, that she's reciprocating the same energy. You know, it's a negative feedback loop at this point. Because I mean, when your dad's this irrational, you really don't have a choice. You really, really do not have a choice. And it's like, yeah, you're right. You that time when you were playing with your daughter with super soakers in the snow. That sounds so beautiful. And it's like that. Yeah, no, you're right. That should be your example that you're going for love, not I paid money to see you do this. How dare you say I
Yeah,
don't love you?
which I mean, I guess
spent money on this.
to play devil's advocate with him, I mean, I wish he was been more like, I paid for that because I wanted to see you do it, which he did say, but the way he phrased it, so negative, you know.
Yeah,
I paid for this. How dare you? You know, you wouldn't have never did any of this. Not me. And that's not what it's about. It's about her.
uh, I don't think it. I don't think he was. I think he's upset that he feels like she should be grateful. But the examples that he's saying she should be grateful for aren't really examples that he should use, because those are things you just do as a parent. You should be proud to do those things no matter what. You don't expect anything of that.
There was this guy. He was a total fucking scumbag. Like, take all of the worst stereotypes that come to your mind when I say bad Southern preacher. Now take all of the bad ideas that come into your head when I say Amway salesman.
I don't know what Amway
And take
is.
those two and spin them together
Annoying pedophile?
and turn him into a guy that takes advantage of homeless people and young people and hippies and has some rigmarole thing where he's running a charitable organization in Africa to help poor, disadvantaged kids, and he's teaching them to be circus acrobats.
Why did he say
And
rigmarole?
he does circusy type shit, and he has a fucking charity, and he makes himself look to be this super grand guy and takes money from people.
Dude, I love the way he starts telling stories, dude. He said some dude has a rigmarole. He's helping kids in Africa become acrobats.
Oh,
Put that
sir.
on the list of wacky sentences, dude.
And he has this
That's those
fucking thing
African
going
kids
on.
running acrobats.
African kids acquiring acrobats. I don't know.
Where he's selling
Alliteration.
hammocks to raise money for his school in Africa, his circus school for disadvantaged African children or some bullshit. And he's got all these, like, brainwashed, fucking manipulated people that think they're helping, and they're making him hammocks. Big, wide, expensive, finely crafted, good material
Expensive hammocks?
hammocks that he sells for exorbitant prices. And the money goes to his fucking band. He's what it goes to. Total piece of shit. And he's engaged to marry the daughter of a rich man in New Zealand who owns a lot of land and a lot of sheep. And my common law wife and I have been going through a bad time, and I talked to her and I said, listen, things have been bad for a while. We need to turn it around or end it. Do you want to turn it around or do you want to end it? If you want to end it, I'll put in extra hours, I'll do some overtime, make sure that we both have furniture for both of our apartments, and we both have first and last month's rent, that we're both set up with dignity and respect, and we're not desperate and they're in dire straits or fighting or any of that shit. Like, tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. He's the hero of every
Bad
story.
For a long time, and I want to keep going like this, but I want to fix it. But if you don't want to fix it with me, then I want to end it, because I don't want to keep going like this. And she's like, oh, I want to work on it, I want to fix it, all this sort of stuff. And then right after that, she went, fucked that piece of shit. Because she knew that there was nobody that she could, nothing she could do would hurt me more than that. She did it intentionally to hurt me as badly as she possibly could.
He said that.
It was only later that I found out that every single person she'd ever had a relationship with, every man and woman.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think I can start. I think I'm starting to piece this story together. I think it's starting to come to me. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Lesbian that she had a relationship with.
I think I'm understanding.
They all beat the shit out of her, tried to kill her,
Oh
went
my
nuts
God.
on her. That every single fucking time she
That's
tried
for
to
me.
leave, she left her relationship, she had a pattern that she would do something that hurt them so fucking bad that they would hurt her. and the cops would get involved, and they'd be arrested.
This nigga literally cannot stay away from toxic women. Cannot.
Well, no,
stay
he's
away
trying to
from
justify his own actions. He's saying like, "Oh, this girl, she has a pattern of behavior where she does something so bad to that person that the only thing that they can do is lash out against her violently." Like, no, that's a human action that you're doing, independent of what she actually did.
Yeah.
You're making that final decision to do something violent. So,
Well, did he though?
yeah, he's trying to. Well, it sounds like there's an insinuation. There's definitely an insinuation.
True. I mean, he could just be mad at. He's definitely said the words, "I want to beat the shit out of." Like he wants to kill women and all, or whatever. Or maybe he didn't say he wants to kill women, but he said he wants to beat the fuck out of them. So.
Yeah, he's saying, and he also mentioned that she had a relationship with a lesbian woman. She was bisexual. This probably explains why he hates gay people. Reminds him of his wife.
Oh wow. Yeah, I somehow missed that. I somehow missed that.
She'd be a victim, and she'd have lots of attention and support, and some guy would fucking come along and rescue her. And I was the only one in her whole life that didn't beat the shit out of her.
I don't believe
Thinking
that.
about it though.
Now, I was gonna be
He's the only one in her whole life who did beat the shit out of her.
beat the shit out of him.
He said didn't.
Yeah, I know. You said didn't, but I'm
sure.
just saying. I'm just saying that's the scene flipping around. Yeah, he's saying
Didn't
everyone
beat
but
the shit.
him, but it's truly him and not everyone else. It's truly was only him.
And it's probably for the best.
Oops.
There was this guy.
The hell?
He was a total fucking scumbag.
The hell?
Like, take all the worst stereotypes that come to your mind when I say,
What the fuck? Yeah, that was an interesting issue I've never run into.
now, I was gonna beat the shit out of him. And it's probably for the best that he got away from me. Because I would have been in jail for fucking 5 to 10 years if I'd have fucking got my hands on him that night. But I didn't. Which is why I walked.
Yeah, fucking right.
Which is why you walk. Is that the Oh yeah. When I sift through all these, yeah, it's coming together. Like the fact that I know where to get this piece of information. God damn, bro. We're almost done. We're almost fucking done, bro.
Yeah.
This is a Don Juan. How many long ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has like 8 longer ones out of all of these.
Talk about how the book, The Teachings of Don Juan,
Brother.
by Carlos Castanera, I think it was.
It's a little bit too boomer for me. I
The
don't know anything about that
passage in it.
book.
Yeah, I don't know who Don Juan
This
is.
guy was studying anthropology.
I assume he's a
and
mafia boss. His
he
name
was
is Don.
doing his thesis or
He's a
paper
Don?
or whatever for school. And
So,
he went and immersed himself into an Indian tribe and apprenticed himself to their shaman and learned from their shaman the ways of the wisdom of the tribe. And he talked about how so many people that studied anthropology would study groups of people in their natural habitat and watch them and take notes and observe but not immerse themselves and interact. They would try to maintain an object-subject distance so that they can maintain their objectivity and their impartiality.
An object-subject distance.
And
that's actual technique style milk. What the fuck is he even saying?
That was like word slop.
The guy,
mostly nonsense.
the narrator of the book, talked about how they didn't understand these people, that they were like, that they didn't immerse themselves in it, they weren't transformed by it, and they didn't understand it, and they didn't connect to it. That they could never understand because of the way that they were doing things. And it had parallels.
What are they supposed to understand?
Plato's cave, where they.
Oh my God, he's one of
Plato
those
talked
guys.
about a bunch of philosophers in a cave that can only look forward, and the world is happening behind them, and it's casting shadows on the wall, and they have no capacity to interact with the shadows on the wall. They can't touch the shadows on the wall. They can't interact with the shadows on the wall. They can't talk to the shadows on the wall. They can't transform or be transformed by the shadows on the wall. And they see the shadows on the wall and they think they see reality, but they don't. Reality is happening behind them. Reality is all back here happening behind them, and they just see the shadows on the wall and they don't have a clue. And I talked about this. And people had like what amounted to a philosophical disagreement with me on this. And they argued,
God forbid.
they tried to show whether their way or my way was right and all this sort of stuff. To understand someone by observing them, by watching them, to see what they do, to see them. And I always actively rejected that. To me, it was like, immerse yourself in it, connect to it. Connect to it on a visceral level. Be transformed by it and transform them and have a connection. And that was like a core part of my philosophy. To not to watch and judge and take notes and have opinions, but to actually go in and be immersed in it and to be transformed by it and have a connection to it. A primal, real
I did
connection.
spoon my daughter.
And people
Yeah.
like,
I was trying to have a primal feeling on her.
which way is right?
Connection
Which way is
with
right?
her.
If you took all those philosophers in Plato's cave and you asked them to have a vote on what the truth was, they would all agree. They could all reassure each other that they understood the truth because they're all seeing the same shadows on the wall. And I think really when I try to defend my position, the wisdom of my position, I think really it might be more important to talk about the relationship between the people that are observing the tribe and the tribe itself. Now, these people, these anthropologists that are maintaining their objectivity, they're maintaining their emotional distance, they're not being transformed by what they're observing, but they're watching and they're studying and they're taking notes. A good question would be, after these cultural anthropologists have finished taking their little notes and observing everybody and building this profile, what kind of a relationship do they have with those Indians? Like, now that they've finished their little study, what kind of relationship do they have with these people? None. What is the value of their study?
He's kind of
To
spitting.
go away and talk to other people about what they saw. Do they have any connection of any kind with these people that they've been studying? No. Is there a possibility that down the line these cultural anthropologists that are watching can later have a relationship with these people? No. These cultural anthropologists that try to maintain their cool distance and maintain their boundaries and not be transformed, but to watch and to study and to see these people, they will never, ever get to have a relationship of any kind at any point ever with these people that they've studied. There is zero chance that that will happen.
I mean, they could just try and have a relationship with them. I guess he's saying that they
Yeah.
never would, which I guess is
Yes,
fair.
either they never would, or they just can't because of their ideology. They go
Yeah.
back to the players and all the other career. Still cringe, by the way. Every fucking like half-witted fucking philosophy motherfucker mentions that shit. But it's like,
I know what he means though. He means like, I honestly thought he was just gonna be rambling, but he kind of just means that his philosophy, or one of the philosophies he holds, is to directly be immersed in what he considers to be the truth, rather than taking notes and, you know, talking to colleagues and agreeing on it. He rather go live it, you know, which I can kind of understand.
yeah, this shows that he actively does not engage in the truth.
You know, you might be
He
onto something.
That's my whole thing about it. Is that his this little philosophical rant is just like supposing that he does do something that he doesn't, which is engage in reality.
It's coming from someone who isn't Ian. Someone's
Yeah.
speaking for him as a conduit.
If you watched my video called Cuck, you might be tempted to think that I went fucking haywire and flew off the fucking handle and was like a fucking craze with anger and shit. You might be tempted to think that.
Believe it or not, Cuck is not the one that made me think that.
Yeah, it'd be funny if he said that's not the one you should be thinking. He like points you to the video where he is crazy. That'd be fucking.
It's like this one right
That'd
here.
actually give me some inch that he might have self-awareness.
True. That would actually reveal to me that this is the best troll of all time, because like some of it's authentic, but like he is leaning into it, which means that like like you said, it would be self-aware. But I don't know. We'll see if he can get as far as marketing this.
But that's not what happened. What actually happened was that
Are you rewriting history now or then?
I asked her. I had a feeling. I had an instinct.
It's right against there.
And I saw his picture on Facebook. I can't remember why or how I happened to see his picture on Facebook.
I blacked
And I
out.
just, something
You were
clicked in my
stalking
head.
your phone.
And I turned and I said,
He always does this
"Did you
shit
fuck him?"
where he's like, I don't know how I found this thing
And she
out,
said, "Yeah."
but like, dude, you found out because you were stalking her. You like followed her around for weeks. Maybe you had a private investigator come in. Which I mean, I fucking doubt it. So he probably was just following her around. He saw that she had went to the guy's house multiple times. He found her Facebook. Probably saw that they were friends, and he probably was like, looked at her and said, "Are you fucking this guy?" He probably knew that, at least to some extent, that he might have been following her around. She's known for stalking people. And she just conceded, yeah. Probably because she didn't want to get fucking slapped or what the fuck he was doing to her.
Yeah. He didn't want to get beat up, and have the truth extracted.
Yeah, like he screamed and framed me. Just what the fuck was talking about?
Framed.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to beat the fuck out of you to get the truth.
I just can't wait to connect each branch of this tree. I'm gonna have to take it slow and treat myself like an English student. Like, Ian Foote is an interesting character. What is the best way we can convey this to an audience?
It's
I'm gonna have to
I
hold
wanted
my
to
own
break
hand
up
with this
you,
one.
but I didn't have the strength to do it. And I wanted to hurt you as badly as I possibly could, to do something that would make you never forgive me. so that you would end the relationship. Because I think our relationship needs to end, but I don't have the strength to do it. She told me in plain English that even though I had told her clearly that I was willing to part ways in a way that left us with our dignity and our respect, that I would work overtime hours to make sure that we didn't split what we had, but we both had a sofa set, we both had a bedroom set, we both were set up. And she rejected that and went out of her way to hurt me as badly as she possibly could. Not just in a way that would...
Bro, what I don't get is if you're ready to end it, then why on earth did that hurt you? Like,
It was because he's lying. What really happened is that he asked her if he fucked that guy. She admitted it, and then he said like, "Oh, we should end it." It wasn't before. It wasn't after. He said. It was something before.
yeah, maybe.
I think that's what it is. I think he's purposely switching up how it happened because he doesn't want to look like the thing he said he wasn't, which is a fucking stalker.
Right. Well, I mean, I think they, in this case, they live together. Right? He's talking about...
I mean, sure, but I'm sure they're doing their own thing. Like, if you're working and shit, there's no reason for him to assume that she was doing anything wrong. If there is, and obviously if there was, Ian would say it because he says everything that someone does wrong. He never admits anything he does wrong. So...
Well, we do have that video, and he does give us roughly the same story. And we do know he is attracted to toxic women. So I wouldn't necessarily
Sure.
put it past her simply because he likes that shit. You know, like realistically, like I can't see Ian in another life because he seems to just be attracted to having his life ruined by a woman. Even more so, like, if you're already ready to end it, like, then, like, I don't understand why the plan changes now that she's fucked someone. Like, does that mean you're just not going to work overtime to support both of you and just yourself for now, right? Because you don't need to work overtime to support, like, yeah, he's got to be lying. Secondly, it could just be his interpretation of everything that's happening is just so... Ian Foote-brained that like there's just no rationale behind
hurt
it.
my respect for myself.
No human rationale.
And emasculate me.
Emasculate you.
But also to publicly humiliate me.
Why does that emasculate you? Your girlfriend cheats on you and that emasculates you? Yeah, I suppose that would be a way the patriarch thinks.
Yeah, he wasn't in a position to keep her from doing that.
Yeah, bro, he wasn't being dominant enough, or else she would have listened. That's haram. Yeah, that's and, Ian, stop getting with women who. First off, stop stalking women. Stop going and checking what they're doing online. Stop doing whatever the fuck you do, because you have a restraining order against you. And then she's calling you later, like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well then, if it's really her fault, stop talking to all these women. Can you really just, like, he talks about healthy relationships and how they should be. He doesn't even know what a healthy woman looks like, bro. Like, he's never been with a healthy woman.
It's like watching Destiny for relationship advice. Like, bro.
Like, please go back to politics, sir. Please go grill Sneeko or some shit, please.
And to degrade herself. And also to violate the engagement vows of another person, another woman out there who doesn't know that her fiance is sleeping with my common law wife. And it was to degrade herself. And also to violate the engagement vows of another person, another woman out there who doesn't know that that her fiance is sleeping with my common law wife. And it was
Shit.
a cold rage that I walked over to where he was. I knew where he was. There was a flop house with 20 people living in it. They called themselves freegans. They ate garbage out of dumpsters. There were panhandlers. I think some of them were students that were like, this is the cheapest place that I could find to live to save as much money as possible. But most of them were bums or vagrants or losers or addicts, and just, it had like a hippie kind of a vibe going on, but they're eating garbage. And that was where he was. There were no keys to any doors. It's not like all 20 of these people had keys. The doors were always open. You walk into the place. It's like a derelict building, basically, really, in truth. And that was where he was. Mr. Hammock Man. And I walked over there. I wasn't like, I was walked across town to where he was. And she, I was like, I was walked across town. Where he was.
Oh man,
And she
I hate love
to
this nigga,
protect
bro.
him from me. And she walked beside me. And this was the end of our relationship. And we both knew it. And we both knew that I wasn't going to beat the shit out of my common law wife, despite what she had done. Because I wasn't that kind of man, that it wasn't about
What?
to protect him from me. There. Really, in truth. And that was where he was. Mr. Hammock Man.
Oh.
And I walked over there. I wasn't like, I was walked across town to where he was.
I don't. That's actually
definitely going into the
And she
video.
wanted to protect
Yeah.
him from me. And she walked beside me. And this was the end of our relationship. And we both knew it. And we both knew that I wasn't going to beat the shit out of my common law wife, despite what she had done. Because I wasn't that kind of man, that it wasn't about what she did.
It wasn't about.
Oh, God.
She deserved to get the shit beat out of her. There's
Yeah,
no
he
question
said
about
so.
it. She deserved to
He
get the shit
just
beat out of her.
literally said so.
It was about what kind of a man I am.
Did he just
We know
say
what type
he
of
deserved
man
it?
It
you
was to get the shit
are.
beat out of her. There's no question about it. That she deserved it. She deserved to get the shit beat out of her. There's no question about it. That she deserved to get the shit beat out of her. It was about what kind of a man I am. And we walked and we talked calmly. With that, like, the relationship is over. Something explosive is about to happen. We're watching a fuse burn down. And there's this calm acceptance of it. Because we both know that the fuse is burning down, that an explosion is about to happen, and there's nothing that's going to change it. And we talked calmly. And then when we got close to the place where he was, she ran. She darted. And she took a shortcut because she knew the area, because she'd been hanging out with these fucking people and fucking him. So she took a shortcut. And she got there split seconds before I did and warned him that I was coming. And I walked in there like fucking Jason Voorhees. It was like, I'm not running and freaking out. I'm like walking like the Terminator, calmly.
I bet you he had the
gassing
shades
himself
on,
up.
bro. He know
he
he
def-
had the shades on.
Absolutely. He's got the shades stay on.
The shades stay on, bro. I was walking like I felt like Terminator, and I was walking like Jason Voorhees. I was about to fucking kill him like Freddy Krueger, right, bitch?
You know, with the stab shot like Michael Myers.
I was in there like it was about to be a slasher movie, quite frankly.
And they're panicked animals, darting this way, darting that way,
Like it's
exhausting
funny.
themselves with their fear. Their fear exhausts them. They're darting this exhausting. And I'm just methodically walking.
He's talking about the people in this derelict building exhausting themselves out
Crackheads
of fear.
scared. Yeah, the crackheads are scared because they just heard someone's gonna get their ass beat. They don't want the cops to come there.
They're like, yo. They're just so scared. They're exhausted out of fear, dude. I've never heard that shit before.
And he fled into the night with
They
no
could
shoes
just
on in
sense
the
the
snow,
10,000 hours.
like a coward, running through the snow with no shoes, because she got there a split second ahead of me and warned him I was coming. I went in there to look
That
for
nigga
him,
must be scrawny as hell.
and one of the guys there saw me as a home invader and broke a chair over my head. And I looked at him calmly, and I thought to myself, you see me as a home invader, you got a bunch of hippie women here,
my
and you
God,
feel like you're being protective of your people.
It sounds like many people smashed him over the head with a chair with this story.
Yeah, really.
He said someone smashed a chair over my head, and I just stood there. Like Jason
And
Voorhees,
another one in my head.
like a Terminator.
I realized that I realized this whole room was full of chairs, and people just picked them up and started smashing me with them.
I remember there was a line. The line went outside of the derelict building, and everyone had a chair in their hand. They took turns smashing it over my head.
And the cops came, and they pulled over. And instead of stopping these people from beating me up with chairs, they picked up the chairs too.
And I stood there, and each time a chair got smashed over my head, it would break. It would break because that's
Yeah,
how
I
strong
looked at
my
him
head
in
is.
his eyes and said, "You think I'm a home invader?" And another smash. Like, you think I'm a home invader? Another smash. You think I'm a home invader? Another smash. I was looking at methodically, like
Do you think I'm a
the
home
Predator.
invader? Do you think I'm a home invader? Oh shit, dude. Man, leave it to Ian to just randomly pull out some bullshit lies, man.
People, and you see me as a threat to them, and I understand your position. And even though you just broke a chair over my head, I'm not going to take my anger out on you.
Yeah, you're probably fucking concussed. You probably couldn't.
I understand your position, and you haven't wronged me. For a
You
split
stumbled
second, I
your
was
way out.
tempted to pick
You
him up,
stumbled your way out.
throw him off the fucking balcony, and watch him fall 20 feet to the ground below and break. I was
You can
tempted
pick him up like Randy
because he broke a
Savage
chair
picked
over
up
my head.
Tobey Maguire.
But I maintained
Exactly.
my calm.
Bone saw
In my
is
cold
ready.
rage, I was calm. And I didn't throw him off the balcony, even though
I
he
got
broke a chair
3
over
minutes
my
with
head,
you,
because I
chair
understood
man.
his position. And
I didn't get my 3 minutes with her, with the person she cheated on me with Hammock Man. I didn't get my 3 minutes with Hammock Man. Making hammocks for acrobats in Africa.
even though he broke a chair over my head, because I understood his position. And I
Hammocks for
walked away from him.
acrobats
I
in
turned my
Africa.
back on
I
him.
love
I
that.
continued to look for the guy that I came there to fucking find. So, if you think that it's some sort of this guy's fucking crazy and he flies off the handle and shit, it isn't like that.
Yeah,
It
it
isn't like
is.
that at all.
Yes, it is.
It is like that. No, it is.
And then the video just ends.
Yeah,
It's not
so-
like that. It isn't like that at all. That's just it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Cold rage. Oh, finally we got some short ones. You need to fix them.
When
If
you
I can watch a
take
couple
it upon
more,
yourself-
I'll probably end it here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, honestly.
To try to fix somebody. Not a clear sign that you hate them. Am I wrong? Am I correct?
Not exactly
Like
right.
if you think that someone's broken and they haven't asked you for help, they don't consider themselves to be broken. They don't consider themselves to be flawed. They don't consider themselves to be bad or wrong. They're
Come on,
happily
so.
living their life and doing their own thing. And you come along and you try to fix them. That's clear evidence that you hate them, right? Like, the desire to fix them is synonymous with the desire to destroy them. That you see the intricacy of what they are and their complexity, and you want to fucking smash them into a soft mold of clay, and then you want to create something with it. Like the fact that you're trying to fix them.
I feel like he's describing
clear
something I
evidence
should
that you
relate
hate.
to in theory.
You weren't willing to just go off and find a piece of clay. You wanted to fucking take this complex thing and smash it and turn it into clay and then create something with it. Because you hate it. You hate it. You want it to cease to exist. You want to turn it into that. You hate it. You're not even willing to walk away from it and let it be. You have to kill it and destroy it and turn it into something else. You're trying to help people change, trying to fix people. That means you hate them. You're fixated on them. And you hate them.
I think I know what he is. I think I know what he means.
You don't want to understand them.
But
you don't want to connect to
the
them.
way he's saying it
You
is
don't
just
even
so
want to admire
fucking
their
unhinged.
beauty. You want to destroy them.
Right.
Because you hate them. And that's why you want to fix them.
I know what he means. He's just saying
That's
it.
why you want to help them.
Yeah, that's profound, Ian. You just say it in the fucking unhinged ass Ian Foote way that you do, and it just, yeah. All right, we could look at this last one, and I also wanted to see which avatar that you want.
Some fucking Jim Bro douchebag leaving
the,
comments on my channel. I'd like to say to you, not only do I have the capacity to kick your fucking ass, but
I'm sorry,
also
dude.
I have made huge contributions to bringing medicine and food.
You know what he looks
to
like
the
right
women
now?
and the
Looks like in the Two Towers, and they're showing the story of Schmeagol. Like when he was first really getting possessed by the ring. It's like the second stage. He's looking like right now.
Yeah, bro.
Impressive.
We're gonna start seeing this nigga's hair fall out, and you know it's over. His eye
Yeah,
color
he's gonna
is
start
gonna
eating fucking
change.
fish raw.
He's gonna start hunching over. I can't wait for that one. He's gonna be squatting in his chair, like Schmeagol.
I hate this my daughter. She took me precious.
My daughter was me precious, but my ideal is more precious.
And because I lack the capacity to be discriminatory, I also brought food and medicine to
That nigga said I lack the capacity to be. There's no way he just said that. This man is
Yes,
the
way,
biggest
brother.
contradiction, bro. The biggest contradiction I've ever fucking seen, man. Oh my god. Oh my
to
god.
you. I wasn't able to bring it to just there and not bring it to you. So I brought it to you too. I'm gonna fucking repeat that for you.
Okay.
Not only do I have the capacity to kick your fucking ass, I have also made huge contributions and played a pivotal role in bringing medicine and food to the women and the children, and also to my brothers, the practical, hard-working men who keep the world alive and keep the fucking machine running. And unfortunately, I also brought it to you. So go fuck yourself.
All right, Ian. That was a lot. That was a lot to take
That was
in
a lot.
there.